What is Chirpin, my peeps? Call me Peeps here, and Pokemon Sun, and Pokemon Moon, and the Game Freak, and the Pokemon Company, all of it, whoever you want to put the blame on, whatever, has released another trailer today. And at this rate, they're just going to reveal to us the entire game. Why even buy it? No, I'm kidding. They released another trailer. I've already watched it. It's actually a pretty nice trailer. So we're going to do this one in the fashion of I'm going to play the trailer, and I will stop to talk about things that I want to stop about, and then we will continue the trailer, stop at the next thing we're going to talk about, so far, so forth, so far, and so on. So we'll go ahead and make this transition here, and let us play us this. I gotta turn this down because I forgot to turn my speakers down, and I don't want any echo. Pokemon Sun and Moon, amazing evolution. Oh, what could they be? Now this actually is an amazing evolution. Look at this guy, Silvally. That looks pretty darn amazing if you ask me. And his ability is the RKS system. Now, what does RKS sound like? I'll give you a couple seconds. RKS. If you still don't get it, who's this Pokemon very commonly referred to? Arceus/Arceus. RKS. Arceus. So, this guy's obviously going to be related to Arceus in some way. Arceus in some way. I mean, his ability, and then the way this Pokemon works also makes you want to believe that. And then here's his ability, Arceus. Changes type while holding certain items. Now, isn't there another Pokemon that changes type when holding items, and that its move changes to that typing when it holds an item? Oh, that's right, that would happen to be Arceus. Why do they have so many pictures? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17. Isn't there 18 types? What type are they missing? Ghost? Unless that's supposed to be Ghost. But that could be Poison. There's supposed to be 18 types, isn't there? Are they taking away typing in this game? Either way, so very clearly they're bringing this guy towards Arceus. And he has a unique multi-move attack that obviously changes typing based on what either he is or what the item they're holding is. I don't know exactly how it works. So here's the pseudo-legend, I'm assuming, of the region. Here we have Hakomo, the first stage, and then the second stage, Komo-o. And I actually like both of these Pokemon a lot. Let's go back so it's not as blurry. I like both of these Pokemon. It's Dragon Fighting, which is kind of an odd typing. To me, a Dragon type being weak to Flying is just really ironic. But they're 4 times weak to Fairy, which means a Fairy type move is going to F them up. But I really like their designs. I might like him I don't know about that. He has a really cool design. He actually has a bunch of scales like a dragon. Like especially this upper part right here, he looks like he could be a legitimate dragon. Maybe like this upper part. Maybe the back half, not so much. The tail, maybe. I don't know. He does look really cool. I do enjoy how he looks, though. And this music they put in for this trailer is pretty hype. And look at that sky uppercut animation. Let's watch that again. That is a beautiful animation. It sends the Pokemon flying up. That is a beautiful animation. Changing scales. See, we don't know what this does yet. Clanging scales. We'll find out soon, hopefully on the Pokemon website when we read about it. So, first time I looked at these Pokemon, this one has 2 evolutions. This looks like, what is that, Margiarna? I don't know how to pronounce it. The new Fairy Steel Pokemon. That's what this looks like. This looks like Margiarna. To me, like, look at the shape and everything. It looks like Margiarna. And this looks like Meloetta. Like, we'll let the abilities load up. This thing looks like Meloetta. It's like they took 2 legendaries and like, oh, let's just put them into evolution ideas, or let's borrow the ideas for the design. I don't know. It just looks like Margiarna and Meloetta to me. I don't know how you say otherwise. They're like, it's like the exact same body structures. It even looks similar. I don't know. That, to me, it's like, okay, hi Margiarna Alolan form, and hi Meloetta Alolan form. But, I mean, their designs are alright. I'm not the biggest fan of them, but, I mean, that one's actually kind of cool. This one, I think, has too much red. In my opinion, there's just too much red. Or is that supposed to be pink? Oh, that might be pink. I don't know, it might not be so bad. And she has a move. She has a unique move, which Trop Kick. Who knows what that does? Changes type based on the environment or something. I don't know. This is moving kind of fast. That's why we're pausing to talk about stuff. So, she has an ability, Queen Majestic or Majestic Queen or whatever it was. And Aqua Jet did not work. So, maybe it stops priority moves, or I don't know. We don't know how it works. We'll hopefully find out on the website. Here we have Rainbow Bee, and this is nothing really special. It's just like a bigger bee. It gets a little bit of cloth. And here we have Grimer and Muck, and look at them. Look at these two, Alolan Grimer and Alolan Muck. Look at these two. Poison Dark, which means it loses its fighting resistance, which kind of sucks. Although it does, I don't know, it loses its fighting resistance, so it's neutral, but at the same time, it's now immune to Psychic, and it's good. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of an odd typing, but look at this thing. This thing looks like, I don't even know what this thing looks like. It's just green. It looks like it came straight out of the Insurgent sewers. I don't know. And then this thing looks like Superman ice cream. Melted Superman ice cream. But I don't know. Their designs are alright. I feel like they didn't do too much. All they did was change the colors, really, of these two. So it's not like, I don't know. I do like that, though, in battle. Look at that. That's pretty cool how his colors are shifting up and down throughout his body. That's pretty cool. I do like that. Then they show us some new trainers. Here we have Olivia, the kahuna of Akala Island. Great, we're going to give you guys everything we've got. So I'm assuming that this is one of the 4, gym leaders of the game, or major battles of the game. I mean, we still don't know exactly how that's going to work. It's all speculation. But she's alright. She likes the color pink, so, anyone who likes the color pink is good in my book. She uses the rock-type Pokemon. Then here we have Elima, a tryout captain specializing in normal type, which means Litten's final Evo most likely is going to body you. So, you better be prepared for that. So here we've seen this screenshot a lot, and now they show a little bit into it. That really was nothing to write home about, but they did show just a tiny bit into that. But that's pretty much it for the trailer. So we're going to go ahead and slap ourselves over onto the Pokemon website real quick here. We will be right back. Alright, we are back here. So we have Ribombee here, the Bayfly... Oh, I thought that said Bay. The Bee-Fly Pokemon. Honey gathered, shield dust. Ribombee collects flower, nether, and pollen to make into balls known as pollen puffs. These serve as food, and what's more, they can also cause effects like paralyze or dizziness. Ribombee may use puffs to strike their opponents during battle. Some of the pollen puffs that Ribombee make also have reliefs and effects, or can relieve tiredness. These are distributed around the Alolan region, mate, as high-priced supplements. Ribombee hate getting rained on. They're covered with fluffy hairs that hold the pollen they've gathered, and the rain makes them wet and dirty. Just like my wife, I wish. Alolan Pokemon know that if Ribombee are busily visiting the fields of flowers, you can be sure that the fair weather will continue. Nothing real special here. Short description. They make pollen, they make food. They're a bee, of course. Red. Here we have Alolan Grimer, the sludge Pokemon. Poison Dark, Poison Touch, Gluttony is the abilities. When the population of the Alola region increased, dealing with their garbage became a serious problem. As a solution, Grimer were imported from other regions. They fed primarily on garbage, as their body composition changed, as did their form. Now, if they were going to do this, if they wanted to make the real most sense, they should have brought in Trubbish and Garbodor. Aren't those two, literally called the trash Pokemon? Come on now. That would have been a much better fit, if you ask me. Which appears to be teeth. What appear to be the teeth in this Pokemon's mouth are in fact residual, gosh dang it, toxins from the garbage it eats, which have hardened and crystallized. No method has been discovered to break down these crystals. Direct contact with them presents a danger. Alolan Grimer is always eating garbage, but its constant hunger will cause it to begin eating other manufactured objects if it runs out of garbage to feed on. There are more than 100 Alolan Grimer in Alola's garbage processing plants, and all of the garbage produced in the Alola region is taken for use as their food. So, I mean, again, it's a cool Pokemon, but the backstory's kind of meh. Garbodor and Trubbish probably would have been a much better fit for that backstory. Same thing, Poison Touch Gluttony. Alolan Muck eats whatever it is in reach without pausing, and if it feels the sharp pangs of hunger, it runs amok. Muck. See what you did there. It's thought that its ferocious appetite stems from an ability to maintain its energy levels without a constant influx of toxins. Toxins have accumulated in Alolan Muck's body from its steady diet of various waste products and manufactured materials. This accumulation has brought about a chemical change, producing a new kind of toxin. Alolan Muck has the same poisonous crystals as Alolan Grimer, but they're not limited to its mouth. They extend from all over the surface of its body. Alolan Muck uses them to attack just like other Pokemon use their fangs or claws. And that's not proper grammar. And these highly toxic crystals are easily knocked loose, making them extraordinarily dangerous. At least I don't think. You're not supposed to ever start a sentence with and. The Grimer and Muck in the Alola region produce and store their toxins within their bodies. So, unlike the Grimer and Muck in other regions, you won't detect any unpleasant aromas when you drive near one. I see. Interesting. I mean, this thing doesn't look like it smells bad. Other than all the crystals, it looks like it smells like ice cream. It better smell like ice cream or I'm gonna be mad. Here we have Steenie, the fruit Pokemon. The calyx on Steenie, what is this thing's name? Steenie's head is harder than Bonsweet. So Steenie no longer worries about being stabbed by other Pokemon. That is no longer worries about being stabbed. What do we got? Pokemon Gang Wars going on here? Hey, you say you come into my territory, I'll stab you with my tail, homie. As Bonsweet, this Pokemon may have preferred to run away from others, but now Steenie and other Pokemon can play together. Upon evolving, this Pokemon's fragrance becomes even more delectable, but it also gains a tomboy-like personality. Living together with one is quite the ordeal. As it moves around, it spins its calyx, striking nearby objects, but Steenix couldn't care less. I said Steenix. Steenie unleashes combo moves using the calyx on its head and its hind legs. Those look like, I thought that was like Margiarno, it was just a spike coming out. First, it smacks opponents with the calyx on its head, and when the opponent flinches, it lands a whacking great kick. That usually does the trick. That's some nice rhyming you got going over there, you Game Freak old timins. So it's supposed to be good at flinching, I guess? I don't know, that's what it said. Whatever. You are a reskinned Margiarna. Here you have Serene, 311, Leaf Guard, Queen Majesty. Now, Queen Majesty and Dropkick is what I'm interested in, hoping that we see. So, I'm just gonna call you Queen. Queen has the nature of high-class nobility. Any Pokemon or human that approaches it with evil in mind will be punished forthwith. Because she's high-class and noble. If it even turns its fearsome glare upon its own trainer, if the two of them are not fully in sync, or if its trainer orders it to use a move that will be ineffective. Yo, that's gonna be legit if actually in battle you order it to use a super effective move and it like turns around and glares at you. It like you see it turn its head and it's like, this good dumb. That'll be pretty cool if that actually happens. Only the strongest of queens are able to evolve. When this happens to Steenie, evolves with the blessing of other Steenie. It then uses its strength to protect the Bonsweet. Queen is a high-kicking virtuoso. It will... No, you're not flying. You're not, fighting type. It is honed... I thought that said hofted. It has honed these skills beyond the level it's achieved as a Steenie. and it attacks with graceful movements. At the same time, its fragrance mesmerizes its opponents, dealing them a secondary attack. Interesting. Drop Kick is a move that only Queen can learn. It lowers an opponent's attack by showering it with blazing hot kicks in a style mana to that originating from tropical countries. So is it a multi-hit move that lowers the opponent's attack? Or is it just one kick that lowers the opponent's attack? And is it guaranteed to lower the attack, or is it just a chance? I don't know. It's said that this Pokemon loses its strength if touched on the crown-like protuberance on its head. Some Queen have the Queenly Majesty ability, which no other Pokemon has previously had. The effects of Queen Majesty are so intimidating that it prevents opponents from using priority moves. So that's pretty nice. That's a pretty nice description, I like that. I'm interested on what they mean by the fragrance deals a secondary attack. Is that like an actual thing? Is this like Mega Kangaskhan, where every turn you'll have a secondary attack that comes in for less damage? I don't know, that'd be interesting. That would be interesting. Well, thank you, Queen. Here we have Silvally. I saved the best 3 for last. Normal. That thing is 7 feet tall. Oh my gosh. That is a big 4-legged creature. 221 pounds, RKS. When Type-Null gains a partner it can trust, it deliberately destroys the remaining device it wears. Once released from the heavy mask, the Pokemon's speed increases substantially, so this thing's going to be very fast. Freed of the restraining effects of its mask, Silvally's senses are heightened and it reverts to its natural temperament. It has a wild nature, but it will obey a trainer that it trusts, and to protect that trainer from damage, it will put its own life on the line. Silvally is said to have been created to oppose a threat. What threat? Probably not Type Zeros, that's him. Probably Knowles. By inserting exclusive items into the drive on Silvally's head, its RKS system can be activated, causing Silvally's somatic cells to mutate and glow. The RKS system enables it to change its type, and its cells glow with different colors of light depending on its type. Silvally's ability is called the RKS system ability, which no previous Pokemon has ever had. By having Silvally hold items that corresponds to each Pokemon type, it can change its own type. Multi-attack is a move only Silvally can learn, and this move's type changes based on what type related item Silvally is holding. So we didn't get too much of a description there. He destroys his own helmet, which is an interesting thought. You got like an Absol head, like some sort of cat-like body or dog-like, like Houndoom body, Gyarados fin, like Hawlucha-looking claws, front feet. I don't know. I mean, we pretty much knew everything about this already. We knew what its ability was and how it worked and all that, so nothing extremely interesting. Here we have Hakomo-O, the scaly Pokemon, Dragon Fighting, 311, bulletproof and soundproof. When Jangmo-O evolves into Hakomo-O, why are they doing this? It breaks from its fellows and begins to live on its own to train itself. Wherever it can find Pokemon to battle against, it seems to appear. Hakomo-O dances before battle to show its strength, clanging its scales together to make them ring out. When this dance reaches its climax, Hakomo-O bellows a fierce war cry to challenge its opponent. Its scales make for fine armor, so Hakomo-O doesn't worry about self-defense as it makes a multitude of strides and overwhelms its opponents. But as a result, its scales often become damaged and get torn off. They grow back immediately, so this does not cause Hakomo-O undue concern. It views the number of lost scales as proof of how ferociously it has fought, and it brandishes its bared arms in a boast of victory. So is this thing supposed to be like offensively defensive? If that even makes sense? Like, I could see this thing being specially weak, defensive and attacking weak, but physically bulky and physically attacking. I don't know if I'd say I see this. Well, it could be speedy if it's supposed to be a fighter. I don't know, I could see it being like a offensive, defensive, physical bulk, and then especially defensive weak. Then here we got the big boy himself, Como-O. Scaly Pokemon, 5'3". Why do they make dragons so small? Like, if you think of anyone's gonna be 7-8 feet tall, it's gonna be a dragon. bulletproof, soundproof. At the end of its harsh training, Hakamo-O evolves into this overwhelmingly powerful form. It returns to the land of its birth, where it watches over the Jangmo-O from a distance. There is a legend that says Como-O is covered in glittering scales in order to drive away a great darkness covering the world. The reason these Pokemon seek out battle is to gain the power needed to defeat this darkness. When it detects someone approaching, this Pokemon rings the scales on its tail to announce its presence. Has no desire to battle against weak Pokemon. So you bring a Caterpie against this thing, he's gonna slap you and get out of my domain. He ain't want to battle no weak Caterpies. Como-O's greatest move is the uppercut. It swings its arms up from below in a punch of great skill and force, sending its foe flying into the sky. By raising its arms aloft, it can generate a force powerful enough to change the face of the surrounding landscape. Gosh dang. Clanging Scales is a move that only Como-O can learn. It scrapes the scales covering its body against one another, attacking with a great clamor. After using this move, Como-O's defense is lowered. So, this is like another, superpower, really strong attack that lowers one of your stats is a trade-off for it being so powerful. I could see that being the case. Clanging Scales leads me to believe that it's going to be a Dragon-type move, but I feel like for whatever reason they're going to make it fighting. Don't ask me why, that's just what I think. Either way, that was kind of a long video, but we ended up going everything in the trailer. We watched the trailer and all that, so that's the one problem I have with my new webcam. It's not very stable, so even like very minor, resting, mouse movements. It's alright though, it's a much better webcam. If you've been watching my Sun and Moon videos, I'm sure you know. Either way, we're gonna go ahead and get up out of here. Here's Mimikyu, so lovely. I can't wait for Sun and Moon, especially for this guy right here. I love Mimikyu so much. Can't wait for Mimikyu. That is it for me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like. Let me know what I did right and what I should do better in the next update videos. Because I'm sure, not update videos, the next Sun and Moon update videos. Because I am sure they will have at least one more before Sun and Moon comes out. Please subscribe if you enjoyed. And leave feedback on any video watched. It will all be helped. It will all be appreciated. And I will consider all feedback and appreciate it. I'm going to get up out of here. I will go ahead and see you guys whenever. Peeps out.